Welcome to Winners Forum Her Story series. It is a series of inspiring stories of women entrepreneurs from different part of India. And this is the second session. First session we did with Dr. Banita Prasad. Today we have Dr. Asem Sundari Devi, who is the co-founder of Green Biotech EcoSolutions from Manipur, which is a biofertilizer and biopesticides company focusing on the sustainable agriculture. Dr. Asim's startup is one of the most successful women startup. Not only women, just as a startup also most successful in Northeast India. She has also received several awards, accolades, and many more. So today we need to hear the inspiring story of from Dr. Asim Sundari Devi. So very hearty welcome, Dr. Asim. It's a pleasure. It's really pleasure for us that you agreed with your busy schedule, because I know the startups are really, their schedules are very busy, and out of their busy schedules you agree. So this is the honor for us also. So just before going to the deep, I'd like to ask you that some introduction, some brief about your company and your background in a brief way, please tell us.
First of all, I'm really thankful to Madam for giving me this opportunity to explore that startup that we have done everything about it, that we have started our venture and all. So it's really an opportunity for us to understand us, like for giving these chances that the women from Northeast also can do something, like we are not behind from other states. So thank you so much, ma'am. And yeah, first I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Asem Sundari Devi, and I'm the co-founder of Green Biotech EcoSolutions Private Limited. My background is actually I am an homeopathic doctor. So I used to work as a medical officer in our state as a government service. Yeah, I used to work as a medical officer in one of the community health center. But after seeing a series of patients and after looking up of all these patients, I just came to know that there are so many grievance, that disease that occurring day by day and increasing, so many cases of diabetes, hypertension, obesity, so many things, infertility. So I always think that why there is so much of cases coming nowadays. So I always feel like, okay, let's do something like that I can solve this problem or something like that. I always think about that. So after seeing all these things, I came to know that okay, food is the most important factor that can be a cause of so many diseases. So I always think about that. What can be done? So I just tried my mind that okay, that organic farming will be the best option for healthy environment and healthy well-being. So that's why I just started from a very small product called Prakriti, that is a manure. So I just started with my colleague that one single product. So after that, after producing that product and selling to the market, so farmers were very curious about the things, and they just want to buy the things and they use the thing. And after that, the farmers used to keep on asking that, do you have any other biofertilizer, biopesticide, something like that. So at that time, there was no manufacturing company, not only in Manipur but in the entire northeastern region. So we used to procure, after doing all this Google search and all, we used to procure the things from outside the states. So we were doing some type of distributorship type during the starting time. So we were doing some business type and all, then promoting organic farming and doing all these things with my team and all. Then after a few years, Northeast, we are very, in such an area that we are facing so much of challenges, especially the landslide, transportation problems, and so many things like blockades and all. So one of the most challenging that we have faced during that time was the total economic blockade. So it was about more than near about 4 months. The economic blockade was there. So we have invested many our investment there, and we are procuring the biofertilizer and biopesticide during that time. But due to this blockade, it's unable to reach in our states. But as soon as it reaches, the shelf life is very short for this biofertilizer and biopesticide. So all the validity has gone, and lost investment, lost we have lost so many like the all the savings that we can say. But during that time we feel like, why should not we try our own fertilizer unit, manufacturing unit in our state? So that challenges we just changed to opportunity, and we are now the only biofertilizer biopesticide manufacturing company in the state. So we are dealing with more than 4,000 farmers, and working hand to hand with the other departments like that Manipur Organic Mission Agency, then Department of Agriculture, the horticulture. So we are working together, and we also do some project with NABARD, and also we are trying to develop the entrepreneurship in our state, being a nodal training institute of MENES Hyderabad. We are also doing the ACABC training program here. So as till now, we have already built up about 64 entrepreneurs, the agripreneurs that established here. So this is some of the brief things that I just want to share.
Yeah, it's really inspiring. Means from homeopathy doctor to a startup, and that to the biofertilizer. It's really inspiring to. I'm sure for many, not only women entrepreneurs, but for all. Means it should not. I should not now bound to only the any gender specific. It is to all entrepreneurs. You are an example from northeast part of India. So as you know, that what just I would like to know, what is your roadmap for the 3 years? What you want to do for next 3 years? Is there any roadmap you will have fixed?
Yes, ma'am. After 3 years, we just want to be the a company that known by every corner of India. Not only India, but we are just targeting the nearby countries like Myanmar, Thailand. So nowadays, the Aegis policy is also coming, and we are very nearby with these countries. So we really want to be a pioneer of all this pioneer company in the biofertilizer and biopesticides. And also we have another program in our pipeline, like we are working with so many farmers. So many farmers are doing the integrated farming type, not only the agriculture and horticulture, but they are also doing some fisheries thing. So that's why that fishery people, the farmers need that feed, that fish feed, and also it's very difficult to get it here. So we are trying to set up a feed mill so that we can give the needs to the farmers. So this will be another steps that we want to adopt, and definitely we are going to do it as soon as possible, and we will try to help our farmers, and also we just want to grow our company. So that's why we are doing them.
That's awesome. So that is there are many other startups in this biofertilizer biopesticide in other part of India. So definitely you want to spread your work not only in India and outside India. That is the to all the means Myanmar, that Thailand, all these countries. That is really wonderful. Do you follow that anything that to deal how to deal with your competitors, because you have the competitors. So is there anything that you are very specific that it means to bring some USP so that you can bring the competitors? Anything? Any you
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
say?
Yeah. If ma'am, if there is good market things, like if there is a growth, so there will be definitely a competitor. So we are not competing with only these biofertilizer, biopesticide, other brand. We are also competing with the chemicals people, because uh, as decades and decades, many farmers are using this chemical, and we are trying to convince them that chemical is the another thing that we should not adopt. So this awareness program also we are doing to the farmers, and we are trying to compete with the chemicals brand and also the biofertilizer, biopesticide other brand. But our USP is, ma'am, we are very sincere in doing the services. We do provide the service. We are not selling only our product, we are selling the services to them, like all the services, how to adopt this organic farming and all. We are providing the service free of course, and also we are selling our product. And the most important USP to complete all these things is the quality maintenance. So we are maintaining our product the best quality, and that's why our farmers are buying back again and again. So in spite of all these products in the market, ours is many farmers are very appreciating our product. So the most important thing is the quality that we are maintaining and also the service that we are providing. So this too is the most important thing that we are competing with the other brand.
Yes, definitely. Quality is the main key point. That if you keep your intact your quality, definitely you will be the topmost. So that should be so
Yes.
one startup should hold this, never compromise with the quality point of view.
Right, right.
So means there are lots of challenges because I know I have visited to Northeast also, and I'm also planning to visit again, particularly Manipur, because this Winners Forum we are very much focusing on the women entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and very soon I will visit. Maybe during September, I'm planning to visit Manipur.
Most welcome,
Okay.
ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you so much. So I have seen lots of problems there, northeast part of India and eastern part of India. I belong to eastern part of India, so I know these are the problems. So any particular challenges that you want to share that is other part of India should focus on that. That okay, we need to help those people. That things you need to share. Anything that particularly you people are facing that problem.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, being an entrepreneur, we know that we have to do everything by ourselves. Like for starting from the manufacturing and linking with the other markets and other clients and all. Yeah, we are definitely doing all these things in the locally. We are doing everything. But when we want to go beyond the state, like other states, if we want to connect with other states, it's very difficult to connect and also to link with this marketing part. So yeah, we are doing excellent in our own state, but if I want to extend my business in other states, then it's very difficult for us as being an entrepreneur, women entrepreneur. So this part, like market linkage, is the most difficult task that we are facing right now. But still, we are trying hard to get some leads to the other things also, and trying to do some digital marketing also. But the most important thing is that we are just dealing with the farmers, so they don't know much about the digital marketing. If I put up my product in the uh, Amazon or other digital marketing e-commerce sector, but my target will be only in the farmers. Most of the important thing is my farmers, so it cannot reach out to all this the nook and corner of this farmers point. So it's very difficult to connect with the farmers other than the state. For our state, yeah, we are doing our best. For other, if we can get some help or if we can get some sector that we can connect with them and we can also give the services to them, that will be a very good opportunity for us. Yeah, this is the most difficult part, ma'am, for an entrepreneur. I just want to
Yeah.
share these things.
Yeah, I can understand because for the startups, for an entrepreneur, market linkage is the key point because
Yes.
that is definitely one of the most important thing, and it that is a challenge. So we knew because why I'm asking that as a ecosystem enabler, we need to focus on that. Then only we can help the
Right.
startups. So anything you can share about the investor point of view, how the investors are working in the northeast part of India? Are they really helping you? Means, are they investing a lot, or what is the current scenario? Because now many investors are focusing on women startup also.
Yes, ma'am. We also got the investment from Netherlands, that ICCO, that because we are very new about this investment part. We don't know anything about this investment, but luckily we can say that yeah, definitely we got the investment part of this during our beginning 2019. But the thing is that, ma'am, we always think that investment is a very uh, good part that we can grow our company and all. So we always think like that. But I don't know, because of this COVID or due to this pandemic or not. But we found that this investment is like we are not getting that much of help that we are expected that time during the investment time, because we always think that they will give some leads or that what you say, market linkage and other any other things. But it seems like we are getting a loan from a bank, just asking for the interest, and during that time you have to pay all these things. That this thing I faced like that. So at this point till now we didn't get any help or any leads from investment point. But yeah, definitely we got the investment and we just expand our capacity and we install the big machine. But where we will sell after installing all this big machine and all, yes, definitely we got the expansion for the capacity of the production. But there is no lead, then it's same thing for us. It's a burden nowadays. It seems to be like a burden for us. Like we are getting investment but we have to pay in time. But how to pay? Because the market is the most important thing, that we have to increase our what to say, leads, and increase our business turnover and all. But I'm, for my view, ma'am, this is the scenario that we are facing right now.
Yeah, yeah. So it is, yes, that is because what I have also seen that till now that eastern part, northeast part, investors are still not not investing much. So maybe near future, if we create the conducive means ecosystem or the things, then maybe the investor will definitely take interest. And now investors are they 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 are visiting also different part of eastern part of India, northeast part to know the startups. So as a ecosystem enabler, also we need to do several pitch sessions, several investor investee meet session. So that is we need to focus. So we are very much we want to do that things. Let's see
Right.
soon.
Ma'am, being in a startup, we are well qualified for getting the investment part. That's why we got the investment, because we
Hmm.
work so hard and we are at this level to get the investment part, because we have done all the documentation part and everything. But from the investor side also, they have to do some work for us. It's not about for us. It's a coexistent with this investor and the startup. So we have to grow together. So it seems to be like after getting the investment, all the burden are given to the startup and they are asking to give back all these things. So some connection is lacking between these investors and the startup. Because we have already got the investment, but we are now scared to get another investors, because we are getting so much of burden because of this pandemic also. And after that there is no lead that we are getting from the other counter this one co-entrepreneurs like investors. So getting investment also, ma'am, it's a big headache. So we are very new for this investment part and all, but still we got it. We thought we are very lucky, and yeah, this is the scenario, ma'am.
Yes.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that is the thing. Means, I would definitely. It's not like that. This part of India has the entrepreneurs are not quality wise. They are not good. They are really good. Many good entrepreneurs are both from northeast, eastern part. All of many good startups are there. Only thing is we need to connect them with the investors properly, and investors should also know that what are the because they don't know. They are not aware of this. That is the reason why our startups are facing this problem. Anyway, that definitely things are improving and we are very much positive on that.
Yes,
And
yes.
Any advice being a woman entrepreneur you want to give the young women and girls who aspire to be an entrepreneur to become an entrepreneur too? Any advice you want to give? Any mantra? Anything you want to share?
It's not mantra, ma'am. As per my experience, I just want to share that during our time when we started our startup, like it's in 2016, there being an entrepreneurs, we really don't get any support from the bank. Like as that being a women entrepreneur, we don't have land in our own name because it should be in the name of my parents or in the name of my brother and the things. So we didn't get any land in our name. So always the banker asks what you are going to give for the collateral and all. So that time we didn't get anything, but still we work so hard, and nowadays bankers are coming to us to our place and asking what you want and how much you want and all. So time has changed a lot, and for these newcomers and new entrepreneurs, not only women, all the newcomers, uh, there are so many scope nowadays. There are so many schemes that we can start. There will be no collateral also if you can start with the small scale like mudras are there. So you can do so many things if you have ideas. You if you have any innovations, innovative ideas, then definitely you can start. And many people are there to help you. This is the time to become an entrepreneur, not for a doctor, engineer, or anything to depend on this government job and all. So just be a job provider and don't seek for the job and all. So this is the advice that I want to share.
Absolutely, that is amazing. This is the time. This is the time.
Yeah,
If you will
this is
not
the
be an entrepreneur right now, then what next? This is the correct time to be an entrepreneur. Lots of schemes are opening. Many ecosystem enablers, startup ecosystem enablers are coming, and now that the whole ecosystem is very conducive. So one has to focus. If you be a job provider, that's really amazing. Amazing advice to our startups, our
yeah.
young
Even
women
even
on.
in Manipur also, ma'am, Manipur government is supporting the startup. We are also providing till 1 CR. They are providing and giving the 30% subsidy to the startup. So it's a great support from our government side also. So like that, for every state there will be a scheme, and for the other also, like the for there are so many schemes that even the agripreneur can do, even the other startup can do. So many schemes are coming up. So definitely this is the time to start the venture and to become an entrepreneur. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely. There are lots of schemes. You are right. Every state has the that startup council, and they have the different schemes. And for the women startup also, there are many schemes. So this is the time to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So as you know, this Winners Forum is to support and nurture the women entrepreneurs and innovators. And we are not geographically bound to any particular area. We are focusing on throughout India, and maybe we can spread our wings to outside India also, Bangladesh, that those of Bhutan. So we want to do that things. So any particular support to women entrepreneurs that you feel that we should do? I mean, being a forum, being a winner forum should focus. What type of help we should do? Any advice for us also?
Actually, ma'am, being an entrepreneur, we have to know everything about like the accounting, the financial, the study and all. So we, as an entrepreneur, we need this type of mentorship, like the guidance, that how to organize all these financial things and accountants, everything. If we know, then even I can ask my accountant to do all these things also. Like if he or she is doing something wrong, then I can rectify. So being an entrepreneur, I have to know all these things, but we don't have much guide or mentor in our state. So just to grow, I really want to say that if you can provide some mentorship, like then that financing part, if we got the investment also, how we have to do all these things, like maximum thing is like we don't know much about the financing part. So if we know all these things, then definitely we can think about what next. So this mentorship can also, it will be very helpful to the women entrepreneurs, and definitely if we know these things, then we can go to the next level. And like this is the very simple basic thing that we have to know as a leader of the company. Definitely we have to know, but our background is totally different from this accounting part and financing part, but we have to learn by our own. So that's why we have joined so many forum and all. But it should be a very fruitful one if you could provide, if this forum could provide this type of mentorship for this financing part, that will be quite helpful.
Um, do you think that if you start a 1 week program or 1 week certificate program, you can say for this financing accounting part, or because I know that for the tech-based innovators, they have no knowledge about the finance part. So do you think that type of 1 week program or 1 week certificate program that will help for the startups?
Definitely, ma'am. Because for us, we don't have much time to spend for a whole year
Hmm.
to know the financing and nothing. We cannot do that one also. But we have other work also. But within this 1 week, if we can include all the important points, so that we can learn and understand. Even after doing all this only 1 week also, if we can say, okay, I can see the balances, I can understand the balances, this thing is very mandatory nowadays. So if we can get all the knowledge within this 1 week program, that will be helpful, ma'am. Definitely it will be helpful.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for this advice, because this will definitely, we have a plan to do some type of small certificate program, so that
Right.
I know that startup are facing those different type of problems. And for a startup, it is not only the technology, not only the, you have to know everything, means technology,
Everything.
administrative part, accounting, everything you must know. That is absolutely correct. So
Nowadays,
we
GST also is a GST part and then ITR filing part. Everything, like if we know this according to the time and according to this timing and all, if we know that okay, this is the time to ask our CA to do this ITR filing and all. So if we know, if we are aware, then definitely there will be no delay. And ma'am, the most important thing, if we don't know, then we always depend on the chartered accountant or our accountant. So they are doing their delay tactics, and we are paying the this late fine and all. So we are paying the late fine, and they are doing their own job and say, okay, we have to file this within this 31st of July, but it's delayed because of this thing. But we have to pay the things, the late fine and all. So in order to avoid all these things, I just want to do my, my in a proper way, ma'am. So for that we have to know each and every part of this financing part and this GST and then ITR filing. Something, ma'am, like to instruct them. Not, I'm not saying that I'll be the expert after doing
yes.
this small part, but at least I
Hmm.
can understand. Though this thing we have to do at this time, this thing we have to instruct them. So this thing, I really, I'm seeking the guidance from you.
Yeah, absolutely. That is means at least startup can understand all this bookkeeping, all these things.
Yes.
That is, I mean, one should not be totally blind of all these, means what are the chartered accountant is doing.
Hmm.
Oh, sometimes it happens. They don't know, startups. They don't know about this all these companies regulatory
Hmm.
and all the legal things also. They
Hmm.
don't know anything. So that will definitely, that is means at least some basic idea one
Yeah, some
startup should
basic
have.
idea we have to
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
understand.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the end, just I'd like to ask you one question, that how far you think that this forum, like Winners Forum, can assist the startups in the society at large? Means this small programs, all these things, that is we can do, that is definitely. But now there are many incubators, means come and run incubators are there, and many accelerators are coming up. So but of course this Winners Forum is very much focused on the women startups only, because This is my brainchild, but I thought that women startups have some peculiar problems, and somewhere they are comfortable with their community. So, do you think that with a women startup forum, how far we are helping the society? How can help the society at large?
Uh, First of all, ma'am, the title that you have kept, like Women, We Entrepreneurs, it's the best title that I can say because we feel so comfortable that we feel like home. So this is the most important thing for a woman that it should feel home, like that understanding and that comfortable. So this forum, I feel like, ma'am, whatever I just want to share or any difficulties, I'm just telling to you as a member of a family. So, like, this is the most important thing that every woman entrepreneur feel that, yeah, this is the forum that we can ask for help, or I always think that okay, we can get the help from them. So, ma'am, I feel like the way you have started this forum, it feel like you this forum will help a lot the maximum women that whenever you introduce, I think you can help, and also you can cover the area that whatever you think that this area will be the most important thing that I think this will achieve, because I feel like so comfortable, and I feel like, yeah, I can get so many knowledge from this forum. Then definitely whatever I'm feeling, that many other that entrepreneur will also feel the same thing, because we are in the same boat that we are rowing. So yeah, I think, ma'am, this forum will definitely work for a long time and will support so many women entrepreneurs. And definitely I always feel that something new thing will upgrade, as you have mentioned that what are the things that we can do in Canada, and I have already mentioned you. Likewise, you, if you can, like, uplift us step by step, and definitely many women will cover, and madam will definitely help so many women entrepreneurs. And definitely, ma'am, I think this forum will top the India.
Oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. That the point you have mentioned, that one can feel very homely, one can discuss
Yeah, yeah,
means very freely, openly. That is what actually, on that point of view, I started this particular forum, because I know this once startup. See, what I have seen, that startup not only they need the innovation, technology, but somewhere they need some motivation, somewhere they need some moral support. Some of that is also very much required. So where they can discuss freely, discuss openly with the anyone, that who even the mentor. Mentor means not only to give the advice on the business point of view. Sometimes we need to give advice on the very means. Sometimes startups are very much stressed. So that time, if we are give them some support, some moral support, that definitely I think that will help.
yes,
So thank you so much, Dr. Asim, for giving us time, and giving us time and giving so much valuable advice, valuable things. You have shared your journey, and I'm very much sure that that will definitely inspire many women, many girls, not only from northeast part of India, but from throughout India, because
thank you,
we
ma'am.
need many more women startups like you. You are an example.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.